Meat is back on the menu again. This time we are cooking some beef Denver steak. And to cook the steak to perfection we need some fresh thyme, fresh garlic, salt, black pepper and butter. And what we need to do first is to put salt all over the steak. And you can use quite fair amounts of it. Then rub it all over evenly in every part of the steak, and there you have it, ready for the pan. Let's do it. So for the pan frying our steak we need first some butter. Warm your pan up and let the butter melt. And when the pan is heated enough, it's time for our Denver steak to hop in. And I've learned that Denver steaks are at their best when they are rare or rare medium, and that is what we are heading today. And of course, if those red rare beef steaks freak you out, then you can of course cook with this method, but pan fry it a little more than I do, or put it in the oven for a while after you have pan fried it. But anyway, now we fry this side of the steak for 3 minutes, then we flip it over and pan fry it 3 minutes more. And of course we start our basting also there, but you will see it soon. Actually this Denver steak cut is quite new thing for me also. I've only done it like a couple of times before. And this beef cut is taken from the shoulder area of the cow, but it's actually the part of the beef that doesn't do so much work, so it stays tender, and therefore it's pretty good for pan frying or quick grilling and cooking like that. But let's get back to the pan. As you see, I'm searing those sides of the meat also. So every corner of it is seared to nice golden brown color. And now that we have turned the meat over, we will be frying this side also for about 3 minutes. And at the same time we are getting ready to baste it, so throw in some more butter. And then let's put our fresh garlic and thyme in there also. So grate your garlic there. We get some intense garlic flavors to our meat by doing this. And after you have put your garlic in there, then throw your fresh thyme in. I like to use thyme because it's a herb with intense flavor, so it's a perfect match for our beef. And if you look closely you will see that there's a little bit of red in the side of the beef, so I apparently missed some searing there, so be sure to sear also that spot. Isn't there an old saying, do as I say, not as I do, so I think we have to apply that into our situation. Nevertheless, the end result, as you soon will see, is quite perfect, so I think I don't have to worry about that little mistake. But hey, let's focus on the pasting here. As you see, I have lifted those thymes on top of our Denver steak, and I'm throwing some butter in there. I like to put that thyme on top so we get the most out of the thyme flavors. And now that we apparently got sort of the butter, so we have to add a little bit more of that. And baste it a little more. And a quick reminder at this point that we are heading for rare, about medium rare steak here. So if you want your steak to be more cooked than medium rare, you can always use this method, but pan fry it for a little bit longer. And of course you can also put it in the oven for a while. And if you want to be really sure how cooked your steak is, you can always stick a thermometer in there and check the inner temperature with it. I usually check the inner temperatures only when I'm cooking in the oven, so we are going with the feeling on this one. But hey, look at it. It's quite delicious and I think we are ready now. Well, not ready enough, but we have pan fried it. Then the meat needs to rest for about 10 minutes. And you can rest it without foil or in the foil. I'm using foil this time so the inner temperature of our meat rises a bit more. And after 10 minutes we get it out of the foil and our jam. There you go. Beautiful piece of Denver steak. And the suspension is rising because we are heading to the most exciting part of cooking beef, and that would be cutting it. So it's the moment of truth. It's time for us to see how we did it. Did we manage to make it medium rare, rare? Did we overcook it, undercook it? Let's see. Oh, it's opening, and from this side, first slice, I would say it's about medium, almost medium rare, but it sure is smooth, moist and tender, as it should be. But of course now we have to slice it more to see what it's like in the middle of the beef. So let's go on cutting it further. And as you see, it's at least medium rare. Maybe rare, not quite rare. I would say it's medium rare. What do you think? Comment below. What is the doneness level of this steak? Let's take a closer look, better angle, and there, as you see, it's quite perfect. Some of you may freak out of that doneness level, but we aimed for it and we got it. Then let's give it a final touch with a pinch of salt and some black pepper. So let's do a quick recap here. You need that Denver steak, of course. First salt it, then pan fry it in the butter 3 minutes aside. Add some butter, fresh garlic, fresh thyme and paste it, and then let it rest under the foil about 10 minutes. Then finish it with salt and black pepper. And the end result, as you see, is astonishing. Smooth, tender, moist Denver steak. And warm thanks to you for cooking this Denver steak with me, and stay tuned and we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!